Hi everyone, I'm Clarice from Cities Management Services. I welcome to our very first Health and Wellness virtual workshop. Today, we will be covering on how to start exercising. Before we begin, pick up a pen and a piece of paper, and let us get started on how to start exercising.
Take the next 1 minute to think of why you are here watching this video today. Pick up a pen and a piece of paper and start asking yourself for the reason. Ask yourself 5 whys after that. For example, I would like to start exercising because I am gaining weight, because I have been working from home for the past 3 months now, because I haven't exercised since my school days, because I do not know how to start exercising without hurting myself, because I do not have the knowledge or experience to start exercising. There you go, knowing the real reason why you are here watching this video today on how to start exercising. Now, it is your turn to think about this. Having a reflection time will help you to set learning objectives. And I hope that you will be able to find some answers from this workshop today. In today's workshop, I'll start off with a quick 7 questions questionnaire to find out if you are sports ready. Then, I'll cover the National Physical Activity Guideline to help you kickstart some planning and some action. You might have realized that there are increasingly more people starting to become more active every day. Being more active is very safe for most people. However, some people should check with their doctor before they start becoming more physically active. If you are between ages of 15 and 69, the PARQ will tell you if you should check with your doctor before you start. If you are planning to become much more physically active than you are now, start answering the 7 questions in the box below. Grab a piece of paper near you. Go through each of the 7 questions carefully and make use of your common sense to answer those questions. Bear in mind, there is no right or wrong or preferred answer. This questionnaire is for you and it is about you. When you have completed the 7 questions, look through and see if you have 1 or more questions answered yes. Do remember that this questionnaire will give you some guidance if it is necessary to seek medical clearance before starting physical activity. Whenever yourself or your personal trainer have questions or concerns about your safety, a healthcare provider must be consulted. Now, let us move on to some planning. I will be sharing on the National Physical Activity Guidelines. But before I begin, let me share with you why it is important to start physical activities and how active Singaporeans are. Did you know, according to World Health Organization, physical inactivity or lack of physical activity has been identified as the 4th leading risk factor for global mortality. In 2010, National Health Survey conducted by Ministry of Health, 39.1% of Singaporeans are physically inactive, and of these, 10.8% are obese. With this piece of information in mind, are you now more willing and more eager to start your physical activity journey? If the answer is yes, let us now learn the components of physical activity from the National Physical Activity Guidelines. Firstly, on the National Physical Activity Guideline, we have lifestyle activity. Lifestyle physical activity may be useful to counter small energy imbalance responsible for obesity. You may perform lifestyle activities such as walking to run errands instead of driving and riding, alighting 1 or more stops earlier by bus or MRT, or parking further away from your destination. You can also break up your long sedentary and sitting periods with a short 5 to 10 minutes of standing and moving around. Now, pick up a pen and a piece of paper and spend some time to think about what are some kind of lifestyle activities you can include in your day-to-day schedule now. For example, from today onwards, will you be able to break up your long sitting hours during working hours? In your next grocery run, will you be able to walk to the supermarket instead of driving? And on your way home, will you be able to perform some stairs climbing instead of taking the lift back home? Well done on planning the first component of physical activity. If you would like to learn how to break up long sitting hours, you can check out our virtual information on desk-bound stretches. Next, aerobic activity. To acquire substantial health benefits, adults need to accumulate 150 minutes of moderate intensity or 75 minutes of vigorous intensity aerobic activity per week. Aerobic activity should be performed at least 10 minutes per session. You may perform aerobic activities such as brisk walking, jogging, running, cycling, swimming. Again, pick up your pen and piece of paper and spend some time to think about what are some kind of aerobic activities you will enjoy. One good way to kickstart a physical activity plan is to perform physical activities that you enjoy and to create positive experiences. Well done on planning the second component of physical activity. Next, strength activity. Strength activities should include major muscle groups such as legs, hips, back, abdomen, chest, shoulders, and arms. Perform strength training 2 or more days a week. You may perform strength activities by doing body weight exercises or using some simple household items to act as resistance. On your piece of paper, spend some time to think about some strength training that you can perform at home. Think about the space and the equipment you will need. One of the influence to participation and adherence to physical activity plan is environmental factor, such as ability to access training and having enough time. Creating convenience at home may help you to adhere to your plans. Well done on planning the third component of physical activity. If you would like to learn how to perform strength and aerobic training, you can check out our virtual workout videos. There are 2 other kinds of training to include in your physical activity plan. They are flexibility training and balance training. For flexibility training, hold each stretch for at least 20 seconds and repeat it 3 times. You should perform flexibility training at least 3 times each week. For balance training, you may perform exercises such as single leg training or performing Tai Chi and yoga. Performing them 2 times a week can help you to prevent fall and increase body awareness to prevent injuries. Look at your piece of paper and read through your written plans on lifestyle, aerobic, and strength training. The plan may feel extensive or far-fetched for now, or you may require more time to think about the activities that you enjoy. Do not worry and instead focus on the fact that you have already taken your first step today to watch this video on learning how to start exercising. Before I end off, pick up a post-it pad and write down 3 actions that you will take after today's workshop. Remember to add in a deadline after each of these action statements. We are now at the last few slides of this workshop, and I hope that along the way you have found some answers to your questions and that you have met your learning objectives. Thank you for staying to the end of the video, and I hope that this workshop has been enriching for you. If you have any questions, you may send them to us via our e-form. If you would like to have some supplementary notes or more information on how to exercise, you may also request for them via the e-form. One last reminder that the Physical Activity Readiness Questionnaire will give you some guidance if it is necessary to seek medical clearance before starting physical activity. However, whenever yourself or your personal trainer have questions or concerns about your safety, a healthcare provider must be consulted. It is recommended that you consult your physician if you or your family have history of high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease before starting any exercises. If you experience any discomfort during exercise, you should stop immediately.
We've come to the end of our first health and wellness workshop. Thank you for staying with us. If you like what you've just watched, give us a like, subscribe to our channel, and comment below to let us know what else you'd like to hear. See you next time. Go get active.